Yo, welcome back to Dawn Podcast. Listen, guys, this is the second episode of 2024. I'm just trying different introduction, guys, right? I'm trying new stuff, new style. Changing is good, right? You have to try different ways to get you guys pumped up. You feel me? So, listen up. Remember, guys, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what time it is. Let me know how you are feeling on the channel. Let me know how you like the episodes. Let me know what I'm talking about. Let me know if you can relate to it. Listen up. And by the way, shout out Under Armour, man. They make some good clothes. That's why you always see me wearing Under Armour stuff, because I like the quality that they make. And before we get into this week's episode, right, I want to thank everyone who's been supporting, who's been reaching out, who have been sharing the videos, who have been liking the videos, who have been commenting on the videos. God bless you. I might or I might not have a giveaway coming up. Never know. I might not or I might have a special coming out. I might not or I might have venues that I'm going to be at. So we have different content coming. Who knows? I might not or I might have a movie on the way coming. Who knows, right? But this year in 2024, we are doing things different. We're doing things bigger. We are doing things better. We're doing things out of this roof, because on my house, we don't have a roof. The sky is the limit, right? We are aiming all the way to space. We don't have no limit over here on Dawn Podcast. And if you subscribe to this channel, that means you believe in what we are talking about, and you don't have a limit on your cap, or your tab, or your bottle, or your house. You don't have a lid. No one can smother you. No one can hold you in a shell. There's no limit to nothing, right? We are limitless. The road to success, there is no end to it. There is no stopping it. There is no way you cannot be successful if you don't believe and if you don't work. But anyways, welcome back to Dawn Podcast, and on this episode, you got to stick around to find out what we are going to be talking about.
Focus on the negativity. Wait, these fuckers, they won't like this. Got them all in my head, bliss. I know they won't like this. I know they gon' fight this, but they cannot break this, and they cannot change this. Ain't no nigga like this, oh no. Don't trust the bitches, oh no. Don't trust the niggas, oh no. Don't trust the crackers, oh no. I don't trust nobody, oh no.
Let me give you a personal story, right? So, today, I got a call from a friend of mine that I haven't spoken to in a while, right? A good friend of mine. Yeah, do you guys ever have those friends where you haven't talked to them in a minute, but the friendship is still good, and every time you guys have a conversation, it's as if we just talked yesterday? So that's a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine. And we were just having a conversation. I just asked him, I said, yo, bro, outside of work, that you're working for somebody, what do you got going on for yourself? Where do you see yourself in the next year or next 2 years, right? He said, Puff, man, I always wanted to do this specific stuff, but it's like I would start it now and then I'll stop, right? And then I'll just fall back into the trap of working with my boss. And I feel like that's the best thing for me to do, is to play it safe and do this career and collect a pension, and that's it. All right. Okay, guys, this guy can draw very well. He's a good artist, right? Oh my God, he can look at you and he can take a pen and a paper and draw exactly how you look, right? He is talented, right? He got that gift from he was younger. He practiced. He got better at it, but he's just afraid that it might not work out. All right. So I said, bro, I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm not telling you to quit your job, right? Because at the end of the day, you got bills to pay, you got yourself to feed, and you have stuff you want to do. And you can't survive without money. You can't do nothing without money anyways. So I'm not going to tell you to quit your job, right? You can still do your job, and you can do your drawing, your artworks on the side until it becomes so big and so global where you can now function from it financially to take care of yourself, your bills, and whatever responsibilities you have for yourself. But you have to believe in yourself, bro. Right? I said, you have to believe in yourself. I said, what type of friends are you hanging around with on a daily basis? Oh, my coworkers. That's all who I hang out with. Oh, okay. You don't do nothing else? No, just working to the crib. I said, bro, you have to change that. I said, listen, man, if you want that life for you, that's nothing wrong with it, right? But obviously you don't want that life, because if you didn't want that life, you'd have never kept it real with me and tell me. So obviously you want to change the way how you were living. You want to taste success from the talent that God gave to you. I watched an article the other day. I read an article the other day, and as a matter of fact, I saw it from John Jones. He said, persons who are given a talent, they should do it, right? Because God gave it to them. You should do it. You should not do it. You should do it because God gave you that talent. He went out of his way and blessed you with a skill, right? So he gave you that talent, so you should invest into it, right? So that's what I believe in, right? I used to believe that I don't have a talent, right? That I'm not blessed with certain stuff. You feel me? Until one day my homeboy called me and said, Puff, man, don't you ever say you don't have a talent. Don't you ever say you don't have a gift, right? You just have to figure it out. And I feel my gift is to sit on the camera and talk to you guys. Share some stories with you guys. Motivate some people, right? Try to change the lives of everybody. That you might be on your couch watching this podcast right now. You might be driving to work watching this podcast right now. You might be driving to your crib coming off from work feeling drained, depressed, unmotivated. And this podcast might change you. This podcast might motivate you. This podcast might make you get up and put yourself out there more, right? So he said, Puff, man, don't you ever say you don't have a gift. Don't you ever say you don't have a talent, my brother. You have to figure it out. So I told him the same message. I said, bro, you have a talent. I'm not going to pretty it up for you. You have to do it, right? I said, you have to do it. You are blessed with a talent. So, but until you change the way how you operate, and you change your lifestyle, and you change your environment, it will not come to life. And he said, Puff, that's real. All right? I said, bro, not everything is never going to be perfect, but you have to develop discipline. You have to want to do it, even when you do not want to do it. Right? You have to want to sit down and draw, even when you don't want to draw. Right? You have to go out there and put your artwork out there. You have to start going to art shows, start doing artworks, and try to persuade people to buy your stuff, persuade people to watch your stuff, to look at your content. You have to, bro, you have to force yourself onto people, bro. My brother, you have to force yourself onto people. Your talent is not going to take you somewhere if you don't try to force it onto people to say, yo, I'm a singer. I can sing. Let me show you I can sing. Let me record myself singing and put it on the internet. Let me try to go to a singing club and go perform in front of people. Let me try to go to an art show to bring my art and show it to people. Right? If you don't force it onto people, my brother, your talent will not take you nowhere. You have to have hard work. And Floyd Mayweather said, hard work beats talent every day. Yo, you could be talented as a motherfucker, but if you don't have hard work, it's never gonna take you nowhere, bro. Right? And just because you are gifted don't mean it's guaranteed. You have to put in the groundwork like everybody else, and motivation is only temporary. You have to be disciplined. You cannot want to do it today and then tomorrow you'll be like, oh man, fuck this shit. No. Right? You have to want to change your life. You have to want a difference. You have to develop your purpose. You have to want it more than anybody else. You have to put in the extra hour, the extra minutes. You have to lose a couple hours of sleep. to get your dreams going, or else you're gonna be going to work every day sad as fuck, depressed and mad and angry at everybody, or else you're gonna fall into a crack where you don't want to be at and find yourself doing stuff you never wanted to do, and you're gonna be sad. Feel me? So you have to work hard, man. You have to want it. So I told him, I said, bro, as a brother to brother, man, you have to work hard, bro. You already know what your purpose is. You're a very artistic type of guy. You have that gift, and you have to invest into it. You have to practice it, right? You have to do it. You have to do it every day as if it's the only option you got going for yourself. You feel me? Yeah. And we had a phenomenal conversation. He got off the phone, and that was a couple of days ago. And he reached out to me, Puff. I've been doing it every day, bro. Every day I get out from work, I go practice my artwork. I have some stuff drawn up and portrait, and next week there's an art show going on in my community. I'm going to take my work there. Right? He already signed up. It's part of his book. It's like a what do you call it? It's like a workshop where you have different tents put up, and you can go and look at other people's work, and you can sell your work, or you can meet clients and etc. It's like a way you can market yourself, right? So he said, Puff, I signed up for it. I'm registered for it. I'm gonna go out there and hopefully something happens, right? And he said, Puff, and I'm keeping it real with you, bro. What we spoke about on the phone, it changed my whole mindset. And even if I go out there and nobody doesn't like my fucking work, and let's say I don't meet no clients, I'm still gonna do it, bro. I won't be discouraged because nobody talks about it, right? I told him, I said, bro, I started about my podcast. Sometimes I get 3 views, I get 5 views, I get 10 views, sometimes I get 100 views, sometimes I don't get no views at all. But I sit down in front of the camera and record a podcast as if I'm getting 100 million views on YouTube or wherever I put my podcast on, right? I don't get no comments, sometimes I don't get no likes, but I still sit in my room or my studio or wherever I'm at and record the podcast as if 1 billion people are watching it. Feel me? Because I believe in what I'm saying, I believe in what I'm doing, and I know if you put the hard work in, you have no other option but to be rewarded. Yeah. Once you put the work in, my brother, my sister, you will be rewarded, and you can't be motivated. Motivation don't last, bro. Motivation is temporary. You have to be 100% committed to the cause, and you got to put your ego to the side. You got to put your pride down. You got to stop doing stuff that don't help you and go for it. You have to want it. You have to go for it like your life is depending on it. Like if you don't get it, you are going to die. You have to be desperate. You have to be hungry. You have to starve yourself and go. You have to approach it as if it's your last meal. Because that's the only way you're going to get it. You have to force yourself for it. You can't be comfortable. Comfortable is never good. You can't do that. You have to really want it. For real. Yo, man. It's Don Podcast. It's Puff Don the Ultimate. And I want you guys to go for it, man. I want you guys to go get it. Don't sit and wait, because it will not come to you. Yeah, bro. It will never come to you. You have to get up and go get it, bro. It's never going to come to you, my brother. You have to want it. You have to need it. You got to breathe, eat, and shit it. Yo, man, when I'm not recording my podcast, I'm on YouTube watching other podcasts, right? Both from people who are big and both from upcoming podcasts, because I'm studying, I'm learning, I'm doing research, I'm watching their podcasts to see what I can implement on my channel to get it better, to get it more entertaining, to get my message out there to more people, right? I'm studying. Whenever I'm at work, I'm writing down stuff. I'm jotting down notes what I'm going to do on my podcast next week, right? I plan ahead. Feel me? I don't sit down and wait to turn the camera on to figure out what I'm going to talk about. No, I do research. I go watch podcasts. I go learn. I go study. I get better every time I come in front of the camera. Because remember the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. I prepare well to perform great. And I study, man. I watch my old podcast. I see where I made a mistake. I see where I could have gotten better. And that's all you have to do. That's how you get better at anything in life. You have to prepare well and study and grow. Hey yo man, it's your man Spuffed on the Ultimate from Dollar Podcast, and I want to tell you guys thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys on my next episode.
Focus on the negativity. Wait, these fuckers, they won't like this. Got them all on my head list. I know they won't like this. I know they gon' fight this. But they cannot break this. And they cannot change this. Ain't no nigga like this, oh no. Don't trust the bitches, oh no. Don't trust the niggas, oh no. Don't trust the crackers, oh no. I don't trust nobody, oh no.